Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I always do this, like go live and then get ready. It's crazy. Like Perry Banana, get it together, man. How long have you been doing this? I always forget. I hope you guys are doing good. I wish I were doing better. I got to get the spaces pulled up and then get my. Yeah, I got to get my trash can pulled up too. Sorry, guys. I set my phone on a nice little small little bin. Oh man, I'm late. I'm late. Bear with me, guys. So I'm so embarrassed. Profile. I'm live and I reposted. Oh, I just got to scroll down a little further. There. Should see it anytime. Come on, baby. Where is it? Did I not repost this? All right, that's why I got to look for pTGC. Zen's going to kill me. There we go. Or want to kill me. Whew. All right, guys. Good morning. Are you guys going to kill me? Hey, man. I went live and then realized my phone wasn't connected and all that. Got to do this mad scramble to get set up. I'm like,
I'll take your time.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like telling myself, like, how long you been doing this, man? And you still, you're like still figuring it out, still getting set up last minute. Just trying to make the best use of my time, man. I guess, but I should be more efficient. Need to be a big boy.
You're probably trying to get some stuff ready.
Yeah.
To the last minute.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to say, good morning to my wife and all that. How are you doing?
Good. A little sick today.
Oh.
Got a cold in our house.
Oh, that's not fun.
Part of having kids.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about this like Monday or last Saturday?
Maybe. We're like sick all the time, it seems like nowadays. Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. I hear you, man. I feel you. Yeah. Well, those little guys, they're always like doing disgusting things with their mouths and their fingers and on the floor and stuff. And yeah, they're just building their immune systems, man. They gotta do that stuff. And then, it's unfortunate that the adults pick up some of whatever they're going through also. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I saw my daughter the other day literally licking the bottom of her shoe.
Yeah. Not like we're going to encourage them. Like, oh, it's actually good for you, but it's disgusting. Stop that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Man, I jumped on live stream, and you guys on YouTube can comment on my QR code. It's actually over there. I have a QR code on my StreamYard that has right in the middle of it, man. It says buy pTGC. I was just telling my wife this, and it's green with gold. It's in the middle. It says buy pTGC in gold. But I think it needs to be reversed. I think it should be gold with and then the wording green. And I just realized it as soon as I go live, because I'm actually seeing myself, the whole picture. But yeah, there's my QR code, guys. It brings you straight to the new site to buy pTGC with my referral code, which is not, we're not like broadcasting it yet. We're still testing it. I hope that's okay, Zen.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I was gonna say on this stream, just for everyone listening, it's live. You know what I mean? I want to put out like a nice big public post, you know, letting people know, hey, it's live. These are the features. I need to kind of write that up. But for anyone listening, if you want to go to the new site that has, you know, the new logos, it's got new stats, it's got some of the locking features that people asked for where you could claim all. It's got a complete page that's meant for onboarding. So if you're trying to onboard someone and you kind of just need videos and just helpful information for them, you can literally just send them the link to the onboarding page. And they got videos and information to run through, and then also a swap right there on the site. If you do want to go a step further, you can actually create your own referrer code and earn 2% on anything that people purchase under your link. Super easy to do. Banana has a video on that as well, teaching users how to use it just so you do it right the first time. Banana has tons of videos all over the site teaching you how to do all sorts of stuff with pTGC. But yeah, it's live. I'm going to probably put out like a really decently written post in the next couple days or 24 hours, whatever. Just letting people know of the features. Also, we had it audited. We've been testing it for, probably a good few months now.
Yep.
But do be careful when things first go live. I kind of consider it this like the public testing version of it. So, possibly use a new wallet or whatever you choose if you don't want to go into it right away. Using a wallet that has all of your funds on it with dApps is usually not the best case anyways. Even if you have your pTGC, it's good to have your pTGC separated from maybe all your other assets because you're interacting with dApps and stuff like that. Just having precaution over security. Obviously, interaction with anything brings on risk, and you can mitigate risk by taking a few extra steps. So that's pretty much it. And it is audited, it is tested though, so I feel pretty confident in it. But I want everyone to use precaution, especially with new things. If you don't even want to use it for staking and locking, our old site's live. There's also alternate sites live. You could also just use the on-chain staking and locking, but yeah, excited for it to be live, excited to have a site with our new logos on it. Again, all the new features as well. There's so many stats on there, the new onboarding reward systems on there, the new onboarding pages on there, and also we have the new dashboard that's out in the last week as well. So yeah, just a lot of new stuff, and it's live right now. So if anyone wants to go over to it, feel free to go over to it. The next day or so, I'm going to make like a nice big public post talking about it with the link.
Ooh, we've got it going on over here, man. All right, for anybody cruising X, or if you're just curious, if there is a video in the Jumbotron, it's a post. It's a lengthy post from my Twitter. It's pinned, and there's a video there too. Read the post. If you're curious about pTGC, read the post, watch the video. If you want to introduce somebody to pTGC, you probably don't want to forward my post to them because I think I allude to my referral link, but copy anything out of that post and send it to people that you're trying to onboard. What else was I going to say? Man, there's a lot to talk about. Oh, I'm putting up material on my YouTube, guys, for you that doesn't have any of my marketing material on it. And it's in a playlist. It's an unlisted videos. So nobody can I'm trying to figure out how I can get them to you. I think I need to send you the playlist directly. So you can hit me up or jump into one of my telegrams. You could just hit me up and I'll get you that playlist. But there's literally like 3 to 5 to 10-minute videos in there that are plugs for pTGC that you can send to anybody you want, review them for yourself. And then once you find one that you think will resonate with so-and-so, send them the video as an introduction. If you want to, send them as an introduction to pTGC and UFO. And they're, in my opinion, they're strong plugs. They're decent. There are videos like that in this playlist, and also the same onboarding videos about how to get onto Pulse Chain and all of that, how to navigate the new site. Those videos are also in this playlist, so you can direct them and just send them directly to people if you want to. So Zen, I have a post ready to drop on X, and it's another strong plug for pTGC, and it's promoting my referral link. Are we at the point where I can drop that yet, or do you just want to wait a little bit? I mean, are we ready to go public with this and let the world know?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
Again, you can put yours out there. I need to spend some time to kind of write a decent post for it. Just because we've worked on it for like almost a year now, I kind of want to at least make the post decent to put it out there to the public. But yeah, I'm excited for it. In cryptocurrency, a lot of the work is done by the community. And one thing that it's very unique about the new site is the onboarding reward system that kind of makes it to where the active people who are grinding in the community for pTGC now have a way to be rewarded directly for their efforts. And I don't know of something that really exists in cryptocurrency like that, besides like new tokens and inflationary tokens. But for scarce tokens that are deflationary, I just don't know of anything like it, but I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Like we talk about like growth, especially in these low periods of time, onboarding, educating. But a lot of times when we're saying that, like the reward for someone doing that is obviously the staking rewards and the reflection stripping into their wallet from any purchase. And then also the price appreciation. But everyone else gets that evenly based on their size of position. And in most tokens, you only get the price appreciation. You don't even get additional tokens dripping into your wallet. So I'm just super excited for us to have a unique feature built into this protocol to where if you are someone who is willing to put a little bit of effort, it doesn't even need to be much. It could be as far as, it could be as simple as telling a buddy, telling a friend, telling a coworker, or it could be as simple as, hey, I'm going to spend 5 minutes a day kind of giving a plug of pTGC and UFO into some Pulse Chain community members' comments, or maybe it's other blockchain influencer community member comments. Maybe you throw your link right in there, or you have the link in your bio and you just say, hey, if you're interested in learning more, hop over to my bio. There's a link right there, just so you don't mess up your algorithm or whatever by putting links everywhere. A few different ways of doing it, but I think it's just a super awesome way for the community members who are willing to kind of go that extra mile for the protocol as a whole, for them to also be directly rewarded for their efforts. And I think it could be big. We were still only in private testing mode, which is, we're pretty much transitioning into the public testing mode right now. We've already seen buys come in under some of our community members' referral codes without them onboarding. They really don't even know how someone purchased under them, most likely finding one of their videos or whatever.
I had one.
You're saying you had one. And it's still not even public yet. I don't even think you've really put out any of the videos you've created. You're not even plugging, into people's comments and stuff like that. So, I think it not only could be huge for the players in our ecosystem that want to increase their position in pTGC, want to help pTGC, but also for PTGC, it could be big for PTGC as far as price appreciation. And what a better time to do it if you're to onboard or get someone into PTGC, or getting them onto PulseChain as a blockchain in general. Like, what a crazy opportunity. Like, Banana, you're telling me that you onboarded someone recently, and I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, gosh, someone's first time getting on the PulseChain in the PTGC is PulseChain 10x below SAC price.
Yes.
How crazy of an opportunity there.
10x below SAC. I was thinking about this morning. I was driving and doing a little math, because I've talked about 1000x. Okay. I'm like, okay, where's that put us? Where does that put us for price? I was like, okay, 10x below SAC. That's 10x to get to SAC. And if PulseChain only does 10x beyond SAC, it would be like, okay, that wasn't a very good cycle. And then the pTGC doing a 10x on top of all of that would be 1000x. I mean, I hesitate to even say that out loud because it's such a large number, but it would put us to 8 cents. Wow. It's like within the realm of possibilities, And this person that I onboarded, I told her a little bit about, the mechanics and such. And I got her token staked. I'm like, okay, you don't have a choice here. I'm staking your tokens. You don't care. And I told her a little, just briefly, very simply, about how it works a bit. And she's like, man, I think I should have bought more. And I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. So I think she's going to be. And then I communicated, and this is just yesterday afternoon, late afternoon. She's already earned a number of pTGC and reflections and staking rewards. And I texted her this morning and told her, and she's like, wow, yeah. And the volume is, like not great, but she's already still earning. We're all earning tokens, whether the volume's high or low. And when prices are low, I mean, you're stacking them up. We are stacking up tokens that could be very valuable one day. We just got to be patient. Hey, there is a question on YouTube, Zen, from Bolidziak. I have a question. How will the system know if I'm not referring myself with a link? I mean, can anyone buy pTGC with a fresh wallet using his own link and get this reward for onboarding? Yes, they would have to make, okay, if they click on your referral link, Bolidziak, if they click on your referral link and connect, which will bring them to Go pTGC, as soon as they connect their wallet, that your referral link and that wallet are permanently connected, cannot be undone. If they wanted to get the referral fee themselves, they would have to do it from a different wallet and create their own referral link. I hope that makes sense. And
yeah, I think what he was kind of asking is like, can people refer themselves? 100%.
Yeah.
Right. You can buy pTGC now with referring yourself. So pretty much you're getting pTGC. Instead of paying the 5%, you could be paying technically 3%. You just have to wait till the end of the month to get that 2% back.
Yep.
But you did bring up a great point. And this is for anyone who's actively onboarding. And then Banana's example is a great example. He onboarded someone. They got their toes wet, right? They just got a little bit. If you are educating someone, or maybe you're floating around Twitter, you're getting people in for, let's say, just a small amount, $50. You get them, hey, just grab $50, watch the protocol, watch tokens drip into your wallet, just see if you like it, but just get in, Well, if they get in by using your referral link, and let's say they learn the website, goptgc.com. Well, even if they didn't go back to your referral link and they just typed in goptgc.com, the site automatically knows that they previously bought under your referral link with that wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So if they DCA, you're going to still get that credit for it. So let's say they first get in with $50. 2 weeks later, they say, you know what, I'm going to bridge in more money. I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm getting in with $10,000, but they don't like go to wherever your link was. They just type in goptgc.com. They buy that $10,000. It's still going to give you the credits for that because it knows that wallet bought under your referral code last time.
Yeah, it's very sticky, extremely sticky, which is, and this, guys, this is a tactic anyhow, and I don't know why I never thought of it, but like this relative that I recently onboarded, I think she just wanted to try it. She just wanted to dabble, and she literally just told me, she's like, I'm going to buy some more. And she's going to work that into things. But you can recommend to people, you know, especially if they're hesitant, just buy a little bit and see how it works. Watch the reflections. You don't have to do anything with it. Just buy some. And once it's in your wallet, write down how many you got, come back in a few hours and watch them and see that the number will have changed, and just test it. You could do $20, $50, $100, whatever. Don't stress you out. And then if you like it, then add more, then dollar cost average in and get some more, but start small.
Yeah. Even like, you know, I even look at $100, right? If someone comes in with $100, especially at these prices when everything's so low, and let's say stuff starts to move back up, they turn $100 into $2,000. Even turning $100 into $2,000, you never know who that certain person is going to tell about pTGC because they've now just had an amazing experience. Yeah, they didn't take a huge amount of risk with capital. They just used some casino gambling money. You know, you walk into a local casino and you're like, what am I willing to lose today? $100. You know, that's kind of what some people will play with. But now you've kind of brought in a community member, and you never know who that community member will educate in the future. And that's one big thing about like getting our holder count up that's important, is I actually believe this product is going to help people. And I actually believe it's a product that's going to give people a great experience, especially at these levels. And the more people we can give a great experience to, the more people they're going to tell. Just like in any business, if you give a customer a great experience, they're going to tell people about that experience. One of the hardest parts right now is obviously the experience of getting to Pulse Chain. That's obviously the most difficult. I'm really hoping ProveX helps with that process. But Liberty Swap has helped drastically already, honestly.
Yep. Liberty Swap is awesome. So this relative of mine that bought pTGC just yesterday, and good morning, Walter, on YouTube. Good to see you. She's up 5% already. Told her this morning. I mean, and for a retail buyer, you know, not having the experience of being in crypto and seeing like massive volatility, like 10s, 50s, and hundreds of percent gains and losses, 5% is impactful. And so that's probably thus the reason she's going to buy some more.
Yeah, I have like my diversified stock accounts that I have with my bank, and you know, you get 10% a year pretty much on those.
Wow.
But obviously crypto is volatile. Look at where we're at right now. We're at a 95% dip.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to also be okay to kind of swallow those situations. But that's why in cryptocurrency, especially like where cryptocurrency is heading, like where you can kind of see Bitcoin getting heavy, you can kind of see Ethereum getting heavier. Ethereum pretty much couldn't even pass its all-time high so far this cycle, or this cycle, depending if we're still in a bull or a bear. But where there is a ton of opportunity is the volatility. Richard talks about this a lot, right? The volatility is here in cryptocurrency, and buying the products you have conviction in during the dips, you can still make a lot of money even without ETH hitting breaking past all-time highs. And, this even goes for pTGC. Right now, I believe we're going to go past all-time highs, but even to our all-time high from this level to 20x.
Yeah. 20x is a big deal.
Yeah, it's on a 95% dip right now.
Yep. So anywho, what else is going on? I know I had some questions or some things I wanted to talk about. I just got to recall them.
If you don't have anything, we could always hop over to your site or to the Go pTGC site and kind of just run through it. And then just ask everyone that's here on Spaces, if you want to follow along, hop over to YouTube and you can listen to the whole Spaces just on Prairie's YouTube, and then also get the visuals as well.
Yeah, we can do that. It's been a while actually since we ran through the site. So why don't we do that? Let's go to...
I brought Leek up if he has anything or maybe just wants to hang out. But yeah, whenever we get to it, I think that's a good use of today. Just running through the new site. We could also run through the pTGC-UFO dashboard. Also look at that affiliates section there, show the users how to use that. Again, if you want to follow along and see all this visually, just hop over to Prairie's YouTube and you can kind of see everything we're talking about.
Yep. Did Lika drop out?
I think so, but I'm bringing him back again.
Yeah, guys, if you guys want to jump in and talk, man, by all means, do so. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you're thinking about.
You can also hop up here. You don't even need to follow along on YouTube. You can hop up here and just add to the conversation if you want as well.
Yep. You can let us know your thoughts on the market cycles, or maybe some people you're onboarding that you're excited about.
Leek, I don't know if you're having a problem connecting. It's still saying requested on my end, but it says you're a speaker, so I think you're good.
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Just in case I had something to say, I wanted to
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Yeah, Banana, if you want, since we're kind of making the new site public, let's run through it for everyone.
Okay, let's do it.
And then if anyone has questions or comments, if you go to Banana's YouTube, you don't have to come up and speak. You can literally just throw those questions and comments in the comments section of the live. So that's an easier way to get your questions or comments answered if you just don't want to come up or can't come up right now.
Yeah. All right, let's share my screen and we'll walk through the website. Are you going to watch Zen, or do I just need to narrate it?
I think you need to narrate it.
Okay. So this is the main site now. It's goptgc.com. And this will be the new DApp. You guys can continue to use the old DApp, pulsetgc.com, and that will continue to exist so you can use it. But this will be the new one, and it has a lot more functionality built into it. Like this is the pTGC section. You can tell that you're in the pTGC section because you can see the UFO logo right next to where you can connect your wallet. And there's a staking section. You can look at DAO activity, statistics, which is where all the calculators and statistics are. The onboarding section, which is where you can make your referral link and buy pTGC. And then Gray's Gear, where you can buy, swag. So if you go to the staking section in the upper right, there's a reward calculator. And I walked somebody through this the other night that actually learned about pTGC from a B Roots stream and was, I think they were in the main Telegram, ended up PMing with them. And they're like, they just wanted to know how much they could earn in rewards for holding and staking. I'm like, right here on this site, man. So you could put in your holding amount, like say you hold 10 million pTGC and then you stake it. And then staking is like an easy step for me, from my perspective. When you want to end your stake, you can end however much you want. You're going to pay 1% of whatever principal you end, and your ROI time is completely dependent on volume and price appreciation. But I think I've done estimates, and in a sideways market, I think it's like 1 to 2 months, something like that. But you got to, do your own research on that. But you can put in your holding amount, staking amount, and then daily volume. You can do a daily volume estimate. And I'm gonna put one in here. It's gonna be 1 million, even though we have had a $2 million volume day in pTGC, and it was at some point in the last years, probably in February last year. And so I think we're going back to at least 1 million at some point. But right now it's not near 1 million. I'll just say that out loud. So you can select your time span. So you're calculating 10 million, holding 10 million, staking 10 million, $1 million in volume every day for 1 year. And then you can press calculate. And this is what you would earn: 3,758,000 pTGC over the course of that year with that volume level, that's a really good ROI on 10 million. Almost 4 million tokens for holding and staking 10 million. And right now, those tokens would be worth $299. But when you stack them up throughout the year, and if price appreciation increases, as we've seen happen, whenever volume increases, maybe you can help me with this, Zen, but like when price increases, volume increases. It's almost like it's not 1-to-1, but it's real close.
Yeah, from what we found, the increase when Pulse Chain moves up is by far greater than Pulse Chain's increase. Our increase against Pulse Chain has been multiplied a lot, based on like the X's we do over Pulse Chain. But very easily what we can tell is whatever Pulse Chain's doing, we're at least getting that in volume increase. So if our average volume is $100,000 a day at roughly this price, well, then if Pulse Chain does a 10x, well, what our average could be is $1 million a day. Or if Pulse Chain does, and it's usually more than this, right? These are very modest numbers based on the history that we have. And the reason why we kind of bank on these volume increases is not only because Pulse Chain increasing equals more value on chain and more users on chain, but when there's more value on chain, that usually means more value is moving back and forth, which helps with volume on the entire chain. But also, as price moves up, our liquidity web increases. So right now it's like 1.5 to 2 million. Well, very easily it could go to 20 million, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like our all-time highs. We're at these numbers. And then now our spots will have to move 20 times or 10 times the amount of value to fix those pairs, which also helps with volume.
Yes. Give me 1 second, guys. Maybe you can continue talking, Zen. I'm going to connect a wallet so we can see a live wallet on this site. I just got to walk around my desk. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we're on the staking page. A couple new features on the staking page that a couple people asked for. One of them is with your locks, there's a claim all now. You can claim all your locks if you want to claim them all instead of one at a time. Also, there's boxes that tell you how much you have staked, how much you have locked, how much you have held, and how much you have liquid. A lot of people run into the situation to where they think that their tokens aren't staked because they see them in their wallet, because most protocols take custody of your tokens when you stake them. In pTGC, you keep the custody of your tokens. So sometimes it gets confused. You see 10 million tokens there and you're trying to sell them, but you can't because they're staked. So you can actually go to the staking page and see what you have liquid right at that moment. And that liquid amount is technically what you're able to sell without unstaking your tokens. You can just unstake them at any time and sell them if that's what you're looking to do. I'm hoping some of the people's confusion, because sometimes they argue with you about it and say, I'm not staked. And
Sure.
Yeah. So those are a couple of the new features. Also has a little bit of a new look to it. Going with the new logos, right? We haven't updated the website since we've updated the logos, since we've been working on the website for so long. So this new website has the new logo feel as well.
Yes. And it has the attractive gold and green colors, which is really nice. Okay, so I have an experimental wallet connected up to the site, and this is the one that I've had for a couple of years. So you can see when you connect your wallet, you can see your total pTGC earned. And this wallet, okay, just so you know, has 1 million pTGC in it. That has that. I put it on there like February 10th, 2024. Million pTGC, immediately staked it and immediately locked it for 10 years. So these are the results from, 2 years worth of 1 million, maxed out, if you will. So it has earned 79,269 pTGC. Wow. And from holding rewards, and this is the breakdown. So I was the total 79,000 just from holding, 24,061 earned from staking, 38,737. So we've learned by experience that stakers are earning about 160-ish% more than holders, and then earned from locking 16,470. But the locking rewards, they're less than holding, but they're special because as pTGC increases in price, those locking rewards are going to increase in value. Then maybe you can elaborate on that, Zen. They're the superpower of pTGC. They really are. Because your holding and staking rewards are based on volume. Your locking rewards are not. Your locking rewards they're simply tokens that are sent to you regardless of value when somebody emergency ends their lock.
Yeah, it's obviously heavily based just on human interaction. So human emotions. Also, I think they've slowed down a little bit just since the protocol has grown. People who got in early obviously were up, and then they just decided to close their locks down and exit, which is part of it. Also, people that went down and got scared, I think, closed them. So I do think in the next run up of Pulse Chain, we'll go through that natural effect again, to where people will create them, price will run up. They'll say, "Oh, I'm up 30x. I'm just going to close this down and take off the table," because this is kind of what humans do. And then also as price goes down, the same thing will happen. The thing that I like about it is there are people in pTGC that are very long term, and they care about pTGC long term, and they care about the APY that they're receiving. This is an additional way to earn additional APY that you wouldn't have been getting if you're just staking. If you do plan on being here long term, you can kind of create a ladder or a plan based on code and be rewarded for. Even if you plan on just being here for a year, you can actually lock it up for just a year.
Yep.
If you only plan on being here for half a year, you can lock it up for half a year. If you plan on being here 10 years with a portion of your bag, you can lock it up for 10 years. Another sweet thing about it is you technically can delay your gratification in code and kind of stick to a plan. You don't have to do it with your entire bag. So if you're someone who wants to put a portion of it to the side for a long period of time because you believe over long periods of time pTGC will be successful, this is a great way to delay your gratification. And we've also seen it's been a great way to protect users when their wallets get compromised, which is a big thing. You know, accidents happen. We've seen users get compromised. And the only thing that actually has remained in their wallet when they've been compromised is pTGC that they've had locked.
Yep.
Because the people compromising it didn't figure out how to get at that pTGC right away. That doesn't mean they weren't going to figure it out eventually, but it did create a layer of security for the users, which is very important. I look at it like a safe inside your house. A normal wallet, your money's just laying on the counter. If someone gets in, they see everything right there. They just take it and leave. But with this pTGC locking, it's almost like a safe inside your house. Yes, it is possible for them to get into the safe or just take the safe out completely, but it does give you a security measure that's a little bit further. And sometimes people get into your house and they don't get into your safe. They don't see it's there. They don't know how to get in, etc. And then they just walk out with the easy stuff to grab. Super cool feature for people who want that additional layer of security. So keeping 100% self-custody.
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You said there's a new website?
Yeah, the website that we're kind of working on for like a year now. It's
live now?
Yeah, it's live. It's goptgc.com. I haven't made a public post yet. I plan on doing that in the next day. But, you know, due to the spaces being today, we're walking through it.
Yep. All right. So let's get back to the, I mean, if there are
Do
no,
you have any questions, Lika, real quick?
I'm sorry. No, I'm just trying to look up the site right now.
Yeah, don't Google it, but goptgc.com. So goptgc.com.
yeah. All right. Let me get back to the, okay. So we went through all the rewards, holding, staking, locking, and this is the total pTGC held. You guys can see right here on the screen, 1,271,000. So why is it? Okay, I reset this every month. This is a new thing I'm doing this year's end, is I'm actually taking the, because I realized that because my reflections are earning reflections, that kind of skews the results a little bit. But you can see out of 1 million tokens held, I've earned 271, which is like not very much. So, but at the end of the month, I'll send those 271 pTGC to another wallet to reset it to 0. But that is what this wallet has earned since the turn of the month. You know, in half of a month, it has earned 272 pTGC for holding. And then down here, you can see the claimable for staking, 431, and that's claimable. It's in the contract. You need to claim it and get it from the contract into your wallet for those tokens to be earning reflections. What else? Liquid. The liquid here, the 271, that's simply the reflection tokens. That and those also are not earning staking rewards until I stake them. If I were to stake them. Total pTGC staked 1 million and locked 1 million. Claimable earned from locking 3.68. So yeah, the locking rewards, in my view, the locking rewards have been very low just because the network, I correlate it to the network volume being low, the volume being low, the price being, you know, sideways and low. There just hasn't been a lot of unlocking, but there was, for example, last winter, spring, February, March, there was a lot of unlocking going on, but there was a lot more volatility and price appreciation during that time. And here's
new users, right? New users will come in and not that we want them to, but we sit here trying to educate them to create good plans and strategies and ladders But new users will come in and kind of just act quickly and get stuff locked, and then price goes up and they want let's say if they locked up their entire bag under one lock, well, they have to close it down then if they want all their tokens or a portion of their tokens.
Right.
So that's why I think creating ladders and stuff like that is a really good strategy, especially if you're educating someone and they also want to lock some up. Having them create their own ladder, even if it's not in different times, even if it's the exact same amount for the same time periods, well, that means even if they need to early unlock a portion, they don't have to early unlock their whole bag, etc. So I think people are getting more educated on the locking. I think there hasn't been a massive inflow of new users on the Pulse chain in a while. I do believe with that massive inflow of new users, all these numbers in the locking rewards will increase just because of short-term mindset users that think they're long-term mindset. Like a lot of people think they're very long-term. Like, oh, I'm here for a long time. I don't mind waiting 10 years, but then after 6 months, they start squirming.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I see the new website and the Connect wallet part, but it's not connecting for some reason.
What wallet are you using?
I'm sorry?
What wallet are you using?
MetaMask.
Okay, I don't have any experience. I don't have much experience with MetaMask.
I use MetaMask. That's what I've been using for all my testing. I've had no issues with it.
Yeah,
when it says Connect Wallet, you go to MetaMask, and then it says click here. It clicks here, but it doesn't do anything.
Make sure you're connected to Pulse chain. Trying to think what else.
Make sure too that when you click it, you give it a minute, because sometimes there's like a delay. So just make sure you're not like clicking on and off. Just see if it'll give you a second.
Actually, when I click the Connect Wallet, it closes out and it brings me right back to the Gray staking area.
Are you connecting at the top right corner? Or
yeah, where it says like UFO, and you can switch it from UFO to pTGC, and then it had the Connect Wallet right next to it.
Yeah, I'm connected. I'm using Rabby though.
I'm gonna go try to connect right now. I haven't done it once before, so let me see what happens with me.
Are you using MetaMask?
Yeah, I'm gonna use MetaMask. Give me a second.
Okay, cool. All right, good deal. So back on the locking rewards, you guys can see on the screen that this is the monthly unlocks. In January, it was 8 million. December, 26 million. November, 43 million. October, 294 million. So we've been trending down. Our highest on record was last March, 670 million pTGC unlocked. But yeah, from 670 million down to 8 million in January. That's a huge decrease. But I anticipate, man, I'm going to tell you what, man, from my experience and what I think is going to happen, in the future when price runs up is people are going to be unlocking their pTGC. There's no point in unlocking it right now. Why? The only reason you'd unlock your pTGC and pay that 30% penalty on your principal and then pay another 5% to sell the tokens. Oh, and you got to unstake too. That's 1%. So you're literally nuking 36% to emergency unlock. Why? Why? When we just gained 0 2 weeks ago, that's in my estimation why no people aren't unlocking right now. But I think that it will increase in the future. And it might be like a spring load effect too, because we're down 8 million in January. Maybe we'll have, whenever price appreciates, we'll have way more than the average in a month where the price is up. That's just a guess. Okay, so let's just go back to the DApp while we're waiting for Mando to connect. You can earn more rewards by staking more pTGC, and that pTGC, the 271, is in my wallet, and then I have this 431 that is available for claiming. And if I wanted to like stake all of my pTGC, what I would do with this wallet is I would claim the stake reward by clicking this button here. And then these staking rewards would go to my wallet and be added to the liquid pTGC from reflections. And then I would come over here and I'd stake all of them. But if I click the stake button right now, I would only stake the reflections. And then you can select however much you want to stake. And then if you want to go a step further, you can lock those tokens also. So it'd be like 600-700 pTGC that you could make a lock with. And there's a sample lock down here. And this again is a 10-year lock, 1 million pTGC that matures in 2034. And then I can claim these tokens with this button right here. And then if you got to stay away from this unlock button, but there is a strong warning. It says, sure, you want to unlock pTGC, this action cannot be undone. And you got to understand that you're nuking 30% if the lock is not mature. If it's mature, no harm, no foul. You're not going to nuke any principal. Just be aware that our advice is make sure that your lock make sure it's mature. You might want to give it a day or two or a week. If it's like, for example, a 90-day lock and you think it's mature, give it a couple days and then unlock it if you want to. But we have the option to leave locked tokens locked, and they will continue to earn your reflection, staking, and locking rewards for forever. You don't have to unlock your locks. But if they're mature, you can unlock them, and those tokens will become liquid. And then, well, they're still staked. If you want to make them like purely liquid, then you would have to unstake them and then pay 1% to unstake them.
Yeah, so Zen, sorry, Prairie.
No good. You're good.
Same issue that he is having, I'm also having. I tried it multiple times. So when you click on connect and it takes you to the Trust Wallet MetaMask icons, when you go to click on it, it just literally takes you back to the home page.
Okay, I'm pulling up my computer now.
Definitely going to need to, have them take a look at that.
Yeah,
I can create a video that shows you what's going on and send it over to you. Let me get off, and I'll do that now. I'll send it over to TG.
Cool.
Don't worry, guys. My bill is coming in the mail for defective products.
I was just about to say there will be issues. It's inevitable, which is why we spent so much time like getting it to this point. I mean, we have literally worked through a bucket ton of issues already because we don't want to have issues when we go live. But yeah, it's inevitable. So we appreciate your patience, guys.
Yeah, super weird. I just connected. With MetaMask.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I should try also.
Yeah, maybe send me it looks like Mando did already. Okay. Yeah, I connected no problem, so I don't know.
Somebody's asking on YouTube for a link to the website. It's goptgc.com. Goptgc.com.
That's over in your TG now, man.
Say that again, Mando.
That's over in your TG. I made a video of it. You can send it over to your devs. If you can't recreate it on your end, I sent it over for mine.
Yeah, I can't It's connecting, no problem for me.
me try a VPN and see if that helps.
You're going to try adding a VPN, turning it on?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even use VPN for I'm on my work computer right now.
Yeah, I should try connecting with mine, but
That's why it's smart to have multiple sites when you're doing stuff like this and not shut down the home one.
yeah, absolutely.
I actually still love the old site, dude. Like, that's the nostalgia site, you know?
Yeah. It's the it's the legacy site.
That's the legacy site, man. I'll probably just still use the legacy site for when I do stuff.
Well, you know exactly where to
I'm
click.
an OG, bro. I'm just gonna stick with the OG, the OG Grace.
Yeah, it's battle tested, tried, true. Well, Blue D's.
I was just wondering if something was blocking it, but even with a couple of different VPNs, it's still not going through.
Also, I wonder why on the homepage the URL is a .com slash instead of it just being a .com. Do you notice that?
On the homepage of Go pTGC.
Yeah, when you go there, look at the URL.
Okay.
Yeah, it's /# on my end.
Yeah, I mean, that's odd.
It's not on my end. It's https://goptgc.com.
/#
Not on mine.
Yeah, these are a couple things definitely gotta look at, because that technically should not be there.
When I go to staking, it actually goes to /pound/ptgc-staking.
Yeah, not on mine.
Same thing when you go to DAO, it goes /pound/ptgc/DAO.
Okay, so and you're the one you're having issues connecting. Mando, and you have that also. I'm making a connection. I think perhaps the /.
I had it too, but
Okay. Oh.
I just retyped it in again, and I don't have it showing up again for me. Now it's not showing it up. So,
well, it doesn't show when you first put it in, but when you start to go to like staking or DAO, that's when it all adds.
Start clicking around. You're right. Yeah. So when you first put it in, but then once you start navigating the site, and you go to like the subdomains, like the staking page and stuff like that, that's when that starts popping up.
Try clicking on a referral link.
Because but the thing is like, for example, when you hit the home page and then you start clicking around, and then when you click the logo to go back to the home page, it remains. So it's not like you're going back to the same URL, which is pretty interesting.
Well, try clicking on a referral link and see if that pound stuff goes away, and then maybe you can connect.
No,
try it that way.
For sure, no, the referral link has those pound stuff in it.
Okay. Huh.
This is always something that you should do anyway. Once you think you're done testing, is have a little beta test outside of your little tester guys, because there's always other things that are going to pop up. You know, so
well, we've sent it to a good chunk of people. And
yeah.
Oh, this is good though. I mean, this is stuff that you want to see really before you really put it out there. So
I'm going to see what happens when I click on a referral link.
Okay, so I just did the same thing. Same computer. I'm clicking on connect, and now it's connecting.
you just refresh, or did you get a new?
Hold on a minute.
Tab up, or what did you do?
Okay, so it said I was connecting. It looked like I was connecting. I connected, and then it didn't connect.
Correct. That's exactly what happened.
Like it actually popped up. The MetaMask popped up this time. Before, it just went straight back to the home page. This last time, I went to connect. The MetaMask actually popped up. I connected, but then it went right back to the page and it said connect wallet, like I'm no longer connected.
Yeah, I'm having no problem with it. I would have to watch your video. Definitely weird though. What browser are you using?
I'm using Brave for this.
What about you, Lika?
Lika, what browser are you using? I
use Chrome.
I'm using Chrome too. I'm connected. I clicked on my referral link.
I'm sorry. I was doing something. Microsoft Edge.
Can you try Chrome?
Not on this computer.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if you can.
Yeah,
connect
it might be a browser thing. It sounds like a browser thing, maybe.
Which is an issue because it needs to work across the main browsers.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know this is Microsoft Edge. I can try to connect on a different computer. Give me a couple minutes. Let me go through that.
Okay. Cool. Appreciate it. Blue Diesel says, I'm understanding more and more the tokenomics about pTGC. Excellent. But can you guys touch on the meme portion of pTGC? Is there funny videos, pictures, cartoons? Well, there are if we make them. And we do have some in our library on Telegram. And I have a bunch of memes, if you will, in a drive folder that I scraped from Telegram. Actually, if you want some of that stuff, DM me. I'll send you a link to the drive folder and you can cherry pick whatever you want out of that. But pTGC is definitely memeable. Is it a meme coin in the pure sense, in the pure definition of a meme coin? That has been debated because it has such utility. It's a token that pays APY.
It's not a meme coin.
There you go.
It's not a meme coin. It's a actual financial product with an icon.
That is memeable and has meme-like characteristics. But yes,
it's a product that has a meme in the very same way Geico is a product that has a meme with their gecko.
Right. Yeah. Good point. I mean, we have framed it as a meme coin in the past, and it went over like a lead balloon. People, and so the market spoke. It's like, no, it's not a meme coin, guys. Can't fool me.
Doge is a meme. SHIB is a meme. You know, there is no rhyme or reason to exist outside of the meme. Is a meme.
Yeah.
This is the thing that the best definition that I would give it, if I had to give it like a more drawn out definition, would be like we had it before. It was a meme with utility, like you said.
Yes.
Or a product with a meme. Or a utility with a meme, you know, but it's definitely not not just meme, it's memeable.
Yeah, and it's a fun mascot. It really is. But the utility is what PTD makes pTGC stand out. The fact that it pays you APY day in and day out.
Yeah, so then just we can get off of this, but maybe we can get on this later. But definitely something with browsers, I think. It even causes a strange interaction between the wallet and the site. And it actually causes some weird things going on with the wallet.
Polygon raises a good point. He says, make sure you disable your other wallet extensions. Yeah, you always got to make sure you do that. I work with one wallet at a time. I go into my, what do you call it? Your extensions. And I go into manage extensions and turn whatever wallet I'm using on and the other one's off, because it just minimizes conflict.
Yeah, I on mine, I don't have any other extensions. I only use this for grays, and I only have ever used this browser. Brave is like super duper friendly, crypto friendly. It's a crypto wallet. It's an advanced crypto wallet. Never had a problem with the old site, but it needs to work across the Chrome, Brave,
family,
and his as well. The other one that he
Edge.
said, because those are the main. Yeah, those are the main ones. You know. So those.
Yeah, Banana, maybe you could ask your group that has been testing with us to see what browser, if using anything different than Google Chrome, just because me and you have both been using Google Chrome.
Yeah. Hear that, Polygon? What browser were you using? I'll reach out to Extra and ask him. There we go. All right. Polygon was using Chrome. Yeah, I didn't even think about browsers.
Real quick, Mando, could you try clicking the button that just says click here, not when you like click connect wallet? Or did you try that already? Just because I was glancing over your video.
I tried all the options.
Have you tried that other browser, Lika? Yep.
Yeah, but it's not letting it go through at all. Saying it's a dangerous site, and I don't want to fuck with any of the permissions on that one.
Oh, sure. Okay.
We'll check with the other guys to see if they're using any other browsers. Banana, I was just asking Mando if he tried clicking on the click here because I was glancing on his video.
Okay.
But it's probably the browser thing. Probably have to get with the devs on that just because me and you have been testing with the same browser. But most likely the other guys we had tests too were also using that browser. So.
Okay. All right. Shall we continue on with the, reviewing the site?
Yeah, let's hop over to stats.
Yeah. All right. This is where, so this site is a dab, but the stats page, what makes the site like, it makes it shine. I love the stats. And up here in the upper right, you have a volume calculator. What's the difference between this volume calculator and the one on the the staking page. This one, okay, the main staking page is a reward calculator. And this one is purely based on volume.
That one's purely based on the amount of volume that we've received through those time periods. So at the top, you have day, week, month, year. Those are all of the real data. So when you click through that, it's going to show you the amount of volume that we've had in all those time periods. And then all you can pretty much, so you're not plugging anything in there. It's literally telling you the real data. And then what you can plug in is if you think in the future, volume could be increased or price of pulse chain could be increased by the X's, that's the kind of what you're calculating at the, could see what possibly could the volume could be in the future based on the real data from last year, not last month, last week. You increase the X's, and then it can give you like a guess, a calculation of what it could be in the future for all the categories. So for rewards, for DAO, etc.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. I should have known. Extra said he was using DuckDuckGo browser. I didn't know they had a browser. Okay, so if you want to see where what your pTGC could do, like your holding amounts, go to the staking page and use that calculator. But then the statistics page, upper right, is the volume calculator, and you can look at a week's worth of transaction volume, and then you can 2x it, 10x, and see what that would look like at a 10x. And then if you scroll down, there is a calculator that pulls up the pTGC pair address, and you can use the X multiplier. You can look at a burn calculation, rewards, and volume. So what this one does, this is the X multiplier calculator. So if you estimate, for example, that pTGC is going to do a 10x against Pulse Chain and the paired token target price, how do I know what the paired token is? Zen, is it assumed that it's PLS?
Yeah, on this calculator, we don't. The one that's automatically there is PLS.
Okay, so pTGC running up against Pulse at 10x and Pulse going to sack price. Where would that put pTGC? 0.7 of a penny. That's a fun calculator. And then there's a burn calculator. The burns today were $237. And then you can multiply it times 10 and see the results. Pretty sweet. And here's the reward calculator repeated right here. Sorry, it's been a while since I reviewed this.
A little different. So that one you can, so that one, leave the dollars. The one on the staking page, you can flip between pTGC and dollars. Because volume in pTGC is different than volume in dollars, right? A lot of people like just using dollars. I personally like using dollars because it's like an even metric across all cryptocurrencies. But if you're someone who wants to do volume in pTGC, you can plug that in on the staking page as well.
Okay, cool. And then you can look at volume, which is important for pTGC because we get more rewards with increasing value. So today's volume is $31,533 in the last 24 hours. The transaction fee being 5%, and therefore you get a breakdown of where that transaction fee goes. So with 31,533, am I sharing my screen? Dollars worth of volume in one day. For one day, that would be $630 sent to the DAO, $315 sent in reflections, and so on. And then if you went out to a year, if we maintained this volume level, that would be $230,190 sent to the DAO, $115,000 paid in reflections, and so on. And you can,
Yeah, and you can plug a different number in there too. It just auto populates with the volume of the last 24 hours. But if you think the average is something else or could be something else, you can plug that in.
so if we manage to get up to $5 million, and we have already had $2 million. So I think $5 million is within reach. If we did that for a year, that would be $36,500,000 sent to the Dow. Wow. I could do a lot of buy burns. Could do a lot of marketing with $36 million. $18 million paid to all of our holders, all of us in reflections. $9 million worth of tokens just automatically burned. $18 million paid to stakers, and $9 million added to liquidity. Wow. Just about takes breath away, man. Wow. Let's get that volume up. I think we need to onboard for that, Zen. I think that would help. And then the next one over is the pTGC burn tracker. We burned 13.04% of the total supply, or almost 43.5 billion pTGC, now worth $3.5 million. And then it forecasts, let's see, expected burn in the next 5 years, for example, would be 64 billion tokens, or 19% of the supply. So that's the burn tracker. And then you can look at the pTGC pools, the volume and liquidity. Let's look at volume, bubble, a nice bubble chart. Or you can see the largest bubble is the WPLS pair. That's the pTGC WPLS pair with $12,700 in volume in the last 24 hours, followed by Pulse X and then Hex. And then there's a slide out. I don't know what you call this, but you can click on that, click on the little arrow and it pops that out. And then you can see all the pairs in descending order, starting with the PLS pTGC pair at the top. And then you can see the total volume here, also down here at the bottom, $22,335. So that is most of our pairs. So that is volume. And we can look at liquidity. Oh, I'm sorry, that 12,000. I misspoke. That 12,000 in the volume, 12,700 in volume, not liquidity. I may have said liquidity. Okay, back to liquidity. Another bubbles chart. Yeah, the WPLS pTGC pair, its liquidity is $510,000, $500,000 in that pair, followed by UFO, $463,000, and then Pulse X. And again, there's a pop out, and you can see those liquidity pairs in descending order. The WPLS pair being at the top, the largest, followed by UFO, and then Pulse X, Hex, and so on. Token distribution. This is probably, if it's not my favorite, it's one of my favorite parts of the website. As you can see, we have a lot of conversations about the token distribution. pTGC, and that there's a pie chart with this looks different. There's something, are you looking at my screen? I think there's might be something perhaps wrong with this pie chart, because it says the liquidity is, hold on, million, billion, 5 trillion. Liquidity, yeah, there's something wrong with this pie chart. The token distribution outlines how the total supply of tokens is allocated among stakeholders to ensure fairness, sustainability, and growth. Let's see. Yeah. There's a hiccup on this part of the site, Zen. So we'll have to get that fixed. But I think the token distribution in the C leagues, let me glance at it. It looks like it is all correct. So we have one Poseidon, which is the dead address, and it holds 43.5 billion tokens that will never be sold. They can never be accessed because they're in the dead address. And we have 14 whales, and they hold 101 billion tokens. And I'm tracking these, by the way. I'm tracking the numbers, like the number of holders in all of these sea creature leagues and the amount of supply that they hold from month to month. And it is interesting to see it change. Like, for example, I think going from January to February, we gained a few sharks. And I don't know that we lost any whales, but I know we gained a bunch of dolphins. And we need to have a stream at some point after we launch the site and review all of that, because it is so interesting. We have 106 sharks and they hold 90 billion tokens, 633 dolphins, 2,200 squids, and then so on. So that's our token distribution. And then the value generation. We are finished with that. Okay. Value generation in the last 24 hours, $1,576 in fees collected from the 5% fee that is paid on every buy, sell, and transfer. $1,576. Yeah, doesn't sound like much. We're in crypto, but the volume is low. In the last 7 days, $9,000. In the last year, $2.9 million. So what's the average for the last year? 29 divided by 365, $8,000 in value generation. That's the daily average, Zen, for the last year. And right now it's in the last 24 hours, $1,500. So we're well below the average right now. And I think we're going back. So I just want to add that. And that's okay. And then for the last 24 hours, that's $630 to the Dow. And we've already reviewed this. And this is where these other quantities go, because that fee is divvied up into, and it goes into 5 different directions. The Dow, rewards, burn tokens, staking, which is another reward, and then liquidity ads.
You talk about liquidity ads. Some of you may not notice, but if you go to the ptgc.info.com, there's a new almost $30,000 Ethereum pairing as of yesterday.
Nice.
Real quick, and no, I don't think that's a site. You mean ptgc-ufo.com?
Yeah, I'm specifically talking about the site Shaka built.
Oh yeah, you said ptgc-info.
Oh, I said UFO.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so let's have a look.
I'm just mentioning there's a new almost $30,000 pairing with ETH, which yesterday generated almost $1,000. Today so far it's $342 of volume.
I see that.
That's a strong pairing.
Cool.
That's a strong pairing for the amount of money that's in the pair for what it's generating. If you look at like the ink pair, the amount of liquidity versus what it's generating, I think that one's going to continue to grow.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
Dow's starting to create some legacy pairs down here at these lower levels.
Sweet.
Guys, I gotta take off to a basketball game. I'll hit you up later, Zen.
See ya.
Okay. Do you got any comments on that? On the statistics page, Zen?
No, I saw that distribution thing. I don't know when that changed because it was right. So I let the devs know about that.
Okay. Polygon had some comments about that. He said he had the same problem as Mando in Chrome, then disabled all wallet extensions other than MetaMask, cleared browser history, then went to third-party cookies, see all site data, delete all. MetaMask is now working. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'll screenshot that and send it to you. Or I'll send it to Mando too. See if maybe he can put that to the test.
You said he uses Chrome. home and was having that same issue, and then once he cleared his cookies,
Yes. Yep.
and what was send me the list of things.
Okay. All right, coming at you. Hold on, I gotta get this screenshot. I'll send it to you if you want to send it on to Mando. Then have at it. But there you go, man. And he says that internet money likes to pretend it's MetaMask. Okay. All right. Okay. Any comments on the statistics page? We can just go straight to the onboarding.
Yeah, let's hop over to onboarding.
Okay. This is the onboarding page. You can see my screen. Okay. If you haven't created a referral link yet, super easy. But what you might want to watch the how to create a referral link video that's on my YouTube. You can see it. It has a little, all of my thumbnails they look identical now. This one has a fire symbol on it, so it's easy to identify. You just want to be, the main thing is you want to be aware that once you create a referral link with a certain name from a certain wallet, all three are connected, and you cannot make another referral link, make another name. You can make another referral link with a different name from a different wallet if you want to. But if you want to use a certain wallet, you're just going to need to be very deliberate about it. And not to scare anybody away, and what I did is I created a completely clean wallet that I'm not connecting with my other wallets, because the wallets they're on the leaderboard on the main site, this site, and also pTGC-UFO.com, which has leaderboard information on it. So your wallet address in its entirety is on these sites, and also your name, whatever name you choose. So I just made a clean wallet, and I'm not going to connect it with my other wallets and get pulse from a faucet or have somebody send it to me. So here we are on the onboarding section, and this is literally like you can buy pTGC on this site, and the slippage is already sent. You can swap your PLS for pTGC. But if you do it with a referral link, like your referral link or someone else's, it could be any referral link, then that referral wallet will be credited with whatever amount of pTGC is purchased. So yeah, I'm getting a little jumbled up, but if you want to create your referral link, this is how you do it. Type in your name, XYZ, generate referral link with your wallet connected, and there you go. And then it will show your link. Copy it down, save it somewhere. But whenever you connect your wallet, it's going to show the referral link. What else, Zan?
If you can run, we don't need to watch any of them, but show the users that we have the videos tab, and then also the how to get into pTGC tab,
right?
Which pretty much has all the land little videos. A little quick video can't help a user 100%, but I think it definitely helps them feel a little bit more comfortable about where they're at, because Banana's kind of showing himself in the same station and kind of showing users where the buttons are. Obviously, like a hand-on-hand walkthrough for a no coiner is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a bad idea to have them run through these videos real quick. It'll take them 20 minutes, and I think that will speed up the learning curve for them drastically.
Yes. So, I mean, if you send somebody your referral link, it's going to bring them straight to this page. And then when they connect their wallet, your referral link and their wallet are permanently married, cannot be undone. And if they when they buy pTGC, you will be rewarded. And then let's say they're a no coiner and they just want to know how to get into crypto. Well, they go to correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't actually reviewed all this. Need help getting pTGC? Click view now, and it brings them to a library of videos. Here's the first one, how to get onto Pulse Chain. And it walks them step by step in a 4-minute video or how to get onto Pulse Chain. And then there are other videos, how to prepare your wallet, get crypto, buying PLS, swapping PLS to pTGC. And some of this is repeated, right? Stake and lock your pTGC. And then there are some other, let me close this out. And then there are pTGC videos right here, the pTGC basics in 4 minutes. Learn some of the key takeaways about the features that make pTGC stand out against other tokens. We briefly explained it right here in this video, how the code operates, how to be successful. And then a 2.5, almost 3-minute video about staking your pTGC, locking your pTGC, the statistics page. I'm reviewing the website, the statistics part of the website, and then locking strategies. We break that down for them so that they can be more strategic in their locking. And then if they want, because there's so much about locking, and I literally made like a 10-minute video about it. And I think it's titled like everything you need to know about locking. I call it like locking theory, because you really should know what you're doing before you just go lock up a bunch of tokens. And I can't explain it all in like 4 minutes or whatever this one is, 5-6 minutes. So they can go over to my YouTube channel. There it is. Everything you need to know about locking. This is the locking theory video right here. Bam. Good. I'm glad that's on this site. So they can come to the site with your referral link, get onto Pulse Chain, get excited about pTGC, buy pTGC, and then understand what they hold and do something with it. Stake it, lock it if they want to. And over here on the right is the pTGC leaderboard, and I'm excited to watch this thing grow. And I'm not kidding. It's going to grow. Staker Slate is in the lead, followed by Dom Dues at $6,700 of pTGC onboarded, followed by P3 Tester, which I'm pretty sure is the DAO. And then Extra Crypto is in fourth with Gray's Legion. He's like one of the most recent guys. And I have no idea who this gentleman is, with $700 purchased. And then Prairie Banana finally jumped in the race yesterday with $300. And then other people down here. That's so fun, man. Okay, that's the leaderboard. And then, man, I want to go look at the leaderboard on pTGC-UFO. Should we jump over there real quick and then come back?
Yeah, I think that's the next. I don't think we need to even come back. Let's hop over to pTGC-UFO. This is Shaka's website. It's kind of like a dashboard, and he has a really good affiliates page that gives you way more information on the onboarding and the rewards, and if they've been paid, and when they're, and what the rates are and stuff like that.
Okay. Hey, before we do that now, and I have it pulled up on my YouTube, but Polygon says he had an onboard request that the swap process be made a little more normie friendly. He kept getting an error for not being able to easily math the pulls for gas. So he suggested maybe a USD conversion. Okay. Noted. Thank you for saying something.
Is that a wallet issue that he's having? Like,
no,
where is he getting that issue?
From my understanding from what you wrote here, Polygon, is that he was just having some difficulty converting the pulse value for the gas. Like maybe he was going to spend 1,000 PLS for gas, for example, and he didn't understand how many dollars that was.
He's talking about just a custom video.
Well, it said he kept getting an error for not being able to easily math the pulse for gas. Yeah, I don't understand.
That's why I'm wondering what transaction he's doing, because we don't have like internet. I think is the most native wallet that we have, and they do pretty good about estimating the gas for users. And really, I use MetaMask, and it's not native, but it does okay with estimating the gas that you need to use. So I was kind of wondering what he means, like if this user is like messing with his gas to try to get transactions through, or maybe I don't fully understand what he's asking.
Well, in Polygon, this might be a solution. Send him over to Deck Screener, and down on the right-hand side, I'll show you, and you probably already know this, but if he's going to spend, you know, like if he was going to spend $1,000 PLS for a transaction, put 1,000 PLS in the PLS section, and it'll show you the USD value, 1 penny. You know, maybe that would help this gentleman.
Do you think he's trying to swap but leave a little behind?
Yeah, that might be the case too. Oh, yeah, because I do mention that in the video. I remember now.
Maybe he's trying to leave like a really small amount behind, like 10.
Yeah, bingo.
You have to leave a good chunk behind.
Yeah.
You know, even though it kind of sucks, but you kind of like, I usually leave at least $500,000 kind of behind when I'm doing this kind of stuff, which I know sucks. You kind of want to put that value to work, but it's just kind of how blockchain goes.
Okay, so I'm gonna see. Do you think we should re-record that video? I can totally do it. Here's what I can do. I can put a little edit in that video, and I'll just say, you know, save, because I usually save 10,000 PLS. That usually gets you down the trail quite a ways.
Okay, well, 10,000, yeah. So
okay, I'll put up.
I'm guessing he's trying to maybe only save like 10, and just not enough. But maybe we'll have to hear back from him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's something that was excluded from that video. You're right, Polygon. We should include that. He said leaving enough for gas, but Pulse doesn't compute to normie brain. Yeah. Okay. Good point. I'll edit that and send it over to you, Zen. I think we're going to get a few suggestions. All right. So let's go to the, we're at ptgc-ufo.com. I'm going to go to the affiliates section. So this is where you can see the affiliate activity. And this is, I think this was just built in like this week. Wasn't it, Zen? I think it was this week.
Yeah, it just went live, I think, within a week. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Yeah, this is super cool. I'm going to actually make this screen a little larger. So at the top, you have the all-time refers, total buys. Oh, it went live on Monday because I remember I screenshotted a bunch of this after Spaces on Monday, and just to put it on record. So I've got a record from Monday, last Monday in my Telegram. I screenshotted everything, man. This is going to be fun to look back on where we started. So the all-time refers is 19 with 153 buys. The vast majority of that was done during the testing phase. pTGC referred 343 million, $27,498 in volume, 20,740 pTGC in commissions paid. And there's a lot there, but there's a lot that has gone unpaid so far for the month of February, which will be paid at the end of February. And here's the statistics for February: 13 referrers. In other words, there's 13 transactions from 13 referrers, 102 buys, 342 million pTGC referred, 27,000. It's interesting that it's so similar to the all-time. Oh, probably because it is most of the volume. And then commissions paid, none. That's just because we haven't finished out the month yet. And by the way, guys, I'll go ahead and mention this, Zen, because it's an incentive. Top 3 referrers get the book free. The Gray's Currencies. I'll ship it to you. Top 3 referrers get the book free. And if you don't want it, You can send it to somebody else or whatever, however you want to work that in it. And but yeah, top 3 refers for February. Get the book for free. Thank you, Shaka Vibes, that bought the book. And then we'll do something similar in March. Here's the recent activity. I love this tab because you can see the last 3 referral activities. And this updates, correct me if I'm wrong, Zen, but doesn't it update every 24 hours, this part right here?
The whole Shaka's whole site updates every 24 hours, not just that part.
Oh, so the entire site.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Or not the entire site, the entire affiliate portion.
Okay. That makes sense. I think we're going to see some. Do you know what time of day it updates, man?
Like middle of the night Pacific Standard Time.
Okay. That makes sense because I didn't see mine from yesterday, 4 o'clock Mountain. I didn't see it last night, but I did. They showed up this morning. So
yeah,
I'm anticipating, since we made this thing live, I'm anticipating to see some activity tomorrow morning. So all of these right here are going to go away by tomorrow morning, I'm guessing, in the United States.
I'm not going to make the post until I figure out this browser situation.
Okay.
I got that information to the devs. Listening, if you want to be a part in the testing, the private testing of this, or even public testing of this, feel free to contribute in any way. We've had a bunch of people already contribute. As you can tell, we have a lot of referrers already. Haven't gotten this issue till today, so need to kind of look into why some people can't connect, I guess.
Sure. Well, Jero Portman on YouTube says he has no issues connecting with MetaMask on the news site using Chrome.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's what and that's what you've been using, and I've had no issues as well. So
yeah. Well, it's unfortunate for the non-Chrome users. But thankfully Chrome is probably the most popular browser. I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. We got a DuckDuckGo, we got a Brave, and we got a Microsoft Edge, and I'm like, wow, everyone's all over the place. I didn't know. I thought everyone was Chrome for the most part.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that either, man. So,
but I'm glad they're on other ones because now we're testing through all those other ones.
Yes.
That's it.
Crypto 7 connected with the new site with Internet Money Wallet and MetaMask. Perfect. What browser, if you don't mind? Crypto 7, what browser? Probably Chrome. Okay. So you can see the last 3 refers in the past 24 hours. And then down below, you can see the commission log for February. You can even look at the previous months. And somehow you can break out your own. Maybe if because you could, there we go. I clicked on Staker Slade. With his referral link, he has had 3 total buys, 180 million pTGC bought, 5 dolphin positions. Good job, Staker Slade. 5 dolphin.
It's crazy to think about, like, that one user in just the testing rounds of this picked up 5 of pretty much the only 300 dolphin positions that exist in liquidity right now.
Incredible. Crypto 7 uses Chrome. Thank you, 7. Ode. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, thanks, 7, for helping us get to the bottom of this.
So the system owes Staker Slade 3.6 million pTGC at the bottom of Pulse Chain. That's $282 worth of pTGC right now at the bottom of Pulse Chain. Just saying. Who knows what that reward will be worth, man.
Yeah, and then the cool thing is, the automatic payment system at the end of the month is directly built in with Shaka's dashboard. So as we pay that stuff, it will mark all those users as paid, and we'll have logs and receipts of all those payments as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. So here are the 3 transactions that were made on February 11th, 6th. Well, 2 on the 6th. And here's the dollar amount and the commission. It's showing unpaid because it's going to show that until it is paid at the end of the month. And here are the payment receipts.
And technically, just so everyone knows, it's going to be the payment's going to be at the beginning of the next month.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Off. Just if you don't see it at the last day of the month, it's the next day that we're going to be making the payments.
Okay.
After the month closes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be a little more specific in our language. I'm with you. So the payment receipts would be right down here, and then the monthly breakdown is going to show all the different months that he has had activity on his referral link. And then if you go, I'm going to click out of this, and you can, okay, this wallet. Oh, this is I'm looking at the top of the commission log next to Staker Slade. That would be his wallet, and then everybody else's wallet. Let me see. Yeah, that's the wallet that this referrer is using. But then if you go to the transactions, you can click on the transaction hash and copy it. And these are, so we have all of the transaction hashes. You can go research and whatever you need to do. And we needed to do that just because, you know, this is a financial system and we needed to have access to all the records. So we have that built in. Pretty sweet. Now, if we go to, we can see all the recent activity on the leaderboard, right? At goptgc.com. You follow me?
Say that again.
Well, I'm thinking if there's going to be activity today, because like
you see that on goptgc. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And so if you want real time, like if you have someone that just did a buy and you want to look for that, you can see that on goptgc. Shaka's site has, in my opinion, more information and almost laid out better, but it's always going to be delayed.
Right.
In the information constantly.
Yep. And this site right here just ranks them from the biggest contributor, if you will, to the lowest. So like the most, you're not going to, unless you write all this down or screenshot it, you're not going to be able to see the most recent activity. But I like this one down here. Sami's abduction. That's a fun one. Yeah, man. It's good stuff. Thanks. So man to man, Zen, thank you for, you know, on behalf of the Grays community, if I can speak for you guys, thank you for building this, man. I know you put a lot into it, and Shaka Vibes into his site. I mean, we are so equipped, so much better equipped now with these tools that I can hardly express it, man. I mean, we can literally take our leaderboard, we can screenshot it and send it to people and say, hey, look what the Grays Currencies community is earning on top of what they've already been earning from the reflections and staking and locking rewards and the appreciation of the tokens. You know, there's a side hustle opportunity over here in the Grays. So thanks, man, for building it. This is it's going to be, I think it's going to be a home run.
Yeah, I agree. I think the onboarding page is something super unique to our system, and it's, I think, super valuable. Even myself, when I've had in real life conversations with people about pTGC and their interest gets spiked, and this has nothing even to do with the rewards. Like, I've always wanted a good thing that I could send them that kind of has what I believe a lot of information that they need. Like the white paper, but also videos. And I kind of had to just find videos on YouTube and send them their way, and they're kind of scattered. And I think this is a good place to where you could just send them the link, and they got information, videos, and the website all in one spot. And you can kind of just let them sit on it for a few days, right? You can say, hey, here's the onboarding page. Click around, watch the videos, see if this spikes your interest, and let me know if you want to get in. I'll take you through the next step. And then even when they hit you up, you have the links to all their next steps right there on that page if you go into how to get in. So you don't have to worry about them really Googling and stuff like that. So I hope it helps, right? The goal was to just give our community the tools they need to be successful. And I hope this helps. Obviously, there's other tools that you could use. Like Banana has a really good white paper written up for pTGC. He has a book written for pTGC. You can go deep into the YouTube rabbit hole and find awesome videos made by a lot of awesome people throughout the years, like K4K Crypto, Crypto Graphics, Banana, you name it. There's videos out there, but this is a good place to start to spark someone's interest.
I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, and I don't even think he holds pTGC, but he's an influencer. He's on YouTube, and he reached out to me. He's like, hey, I want to shill pTGC. I'm like, go for it, dude. He's like, well, I want money. And so we had this conversation. I'm like, all right, you shill pTGC and you're going to make some money now because you just send your audience your referral link. And so, but he doesn't know anything about the token. He and I are going to meet on Tuesday, and I'm going to walk him through how it all works. And then he's going to make videos. That's what he says. He's going to make, videos for his audience. And he estimates, he's like, man, I'll have to make some really good content. He thinks he could bring it about $500 to $1 million in buy pressure. I'm like, you go, man. I'll spend half a day with you, man, showing you how this thing works. If you could put that kind of buy pressure on our chart, let's do it. So that's just one guy, Zen. That's just one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it creates that unique situation where influencers, non-influencers, anyone willing to put in the grind is able to earn pTGC at all time, or not all time lows, but at very low levels. They could be rewarded drastically, and they don't even need to own pTGC right now, right? Some people don't have the capital on the side to buy any more cryptocurrency. Like, they might be completely tapped out, but they want to own more cryptocurrency, and they might actually believe in pTGC. They might actually really want pTGC, but currently it's out of their means to access it. So this actually gives people who maybe don't have a lot of funds to buy it themselves, but have the skills to educate or create content about the product even. And like I said, even an influencer, right? An influencer could maybe not have pTGC, but they understand it, they believe in it, and they can educate their community on it. And by just educating their community on it, they can start getting pTGC into their wallet every single month.
Yep. Yep. I already thought of a pitch, a soft pitch to some people, and I'll use this at some point because I like to butter people up before I just shill them pTGC. I want to befriend them a little bit first, kind of break the ice. That's my approach. And so once the ice has been broken, I'll be like, hey, do you want to hear about a token over on Pulse Chain that has the potential to do 1,000x that you don't even need to buy, that you could hold without even needing to buy any? Well, of course, their answer is going to be yes. And then I'll tell them about pTGC and the reward system, and maybe have a conversation about it, invite them to get their own reward link and share it to their audience. And some of these people, their audience is outside of Pulse Chain. What an opportunity it is for them. I mean, that dude that I'm going to meet with on Tuesday that says he could put maybe $500,000 of buy pressure in the chart. if you were able to do that, what's 2% of $500,000? Is that, how much is that? Times 0.02, 10 grand. The dude could literally make potentially 10 grand if he was able to onboard his audience and they bought $500,000 worth of pTGC. $10,000 worth of pTGC right now, is that 100 million? I think that's 100 million tokens. That's more than 100 million tokens. Dude, that's 3 dolphin positions. Potential. Wow.
Yeah, and what that could be in the future. Like, obviously, some people might just sell it right away, but some people might want to hold on to it long term, longer term than, a week or a month, let's say even a year, right? And that $10,000 can easily be $100,000.
Yep.
Or more.
Or
right?
more. Yep. Thomas Benson says, and we're probably going to, I imagine we're going to wrap it up here in just a few minutes in. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get to the wife here for Valentine's Day.
Okay. Thomas says, haven't seen the new website before, but when I come in on the first side, it's now obvious to click to enter pTGC or UFO. It should be an enter. It's a little confusing. Just so you don't think that. Yeah, I'm confused. Sorry. Shouldn't even got started on that one. So maybe we'll get off the spaces and then you and I can chat about it, Toms. If that works for you, man. You good, Zen? You gonna go play pickleball?
I'm a little sick today, so I think we might just keep it easy today. But we'll see. Kind of going to just do whatever the wife wants to do today since it's Valentine's Day.
Good idea. That's a good idea, even not on Valentine's Day. Sometimes. Okay, man.
Have a great day, guys.
You too, man.
Yeah, Lika, let me know if anything changes for you. It looked like someone had some success cleaning their cookies in history. I understand if you don't want to clear your cookies in history, but that might help you. I was trying to ask Mando if he was clicking the icons or the click here, like right on click here. I don't know if it matters. I need to test that out too. I think you can click the whole box, but not completely sure. Just let me know if you have any success, or let Banana know if you have any success clearing the cookies in the browser history. Polygon, I think that worked for him because he was testing with us, Banana, and he was obviously using previous versions of the website. So I think that's why he had to do that, but a brand new person like Lika shouldn't need to do that. You know what I mean? Because this was Lika's first time on the site.
True. Yeah.
So the Polygon one made sense.
I'll check out a few things.
But Lika having to do that doesn't make sense to me. He shouldn't have any cookies of this website or history of this website, so that doesn't necessarily make sense. Probably the browser situation. Polygon, I think it was because he was testing with us, so he's from the old version and stuff. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I'll shut it down. Thanks for coming in, guys. Lika, thanks for being a part of the testing phase. If you get any more information on it, please reach out to me. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
will do.
Okay, see you guys.
Yeah, see you, Zen. Thanks for being here. Okay. All right, let's do it, Thomas. All right, let's pull up the site and I hope my audio wasn't messed up the whole time. Probably sounds a little different now. So let's look at this. Look at the site. Haven't seen the new. Can you articulate what you were talking about? Haven't seen the new website. You know what? Do this too, man. If you want to jump in, If you want to jump in, dude, we can get this done here real quick. There's your invitation. You want to jump on StreamYard? You're welcome to. Haven't seen the new website before, but when I come in, the first side is now obvious to click to enter pTGC or UFO. It should be an enter, just so you don't think that the first page is it. Yeah. Yes, you're on the phone. If you can't make it, dude, it's fine. But I'll just, for the audience, if you guys still here watching, and I bet there are still people, 27 people here. Oh. So this is where you land when you come to goptgc.com. You know you're on the pTGC side because you see the UFO logo. And then this is the main page. Like, I don't know if you would call this the home page. We didn't even go over this. We didn't review this on the spaces just now. But skipped right past it. But this is the pTGC page. And then your staking and all that. And then if you want to go to UFO, bam, you click on UFO. And here's the main UFO page. We didn't even go over UFO at all anyhow. But then you can see your farming rewards, statistics, onboarding, which is just another place where people can buy UFO with PLS, but there is no there is no referral link system with UFO, only with pTGC and then UFO gear. And I think they have the UFO and pTGC gear is all broken out. I mean, it's not broken. It's all together. So there you go, guys. I think that's it. I'll be on stream tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll go through the entire ecosystem. If you got onboards, send them to my stream. This is what I was saying in our meeting yesterday. If you guys want to jump into if you guys want to market pTGC, hold on a second. I've got a special one. I made a special. Oh man. Hold on. It didn't work. I've got a special Telegram that I made. Why is it not working? I nuked all my all my hotkeys again. But if you guys want to PM me, jump into my special Telegram. It's open. It's called the pTGC referral syndicate or something like that. And we're going to talk about marketing in this Telegram. It's all about marketing pTGC. And I was saying because we had a private Zoom yesterday and it's up on my YouTube if you guys want to watch it. I was saying that some of your onboards are going to want to jump in and learn everything. Send them to hey, Thomas, I'll let you in a second. Send them to my stream on Sunday. But your guys, like my relative, she just wants to buy and hold. She's not going to get into Telegram and all that stuff. So, yeah, if you guys want a link to that Telegram, let me know. Just FYI, install Brave and MetaMask connected, 0 issues. Cool. All right, let's get Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Hello.
Hey, man.
I think I have to explain myself.
Okay, sure.
I'm on the phone, and when you have to look. A lot of people are on the phone doing crypto.
True.
So
okay.
when you're going with a phone to the website, it's not obvious to click on pTGC or UFO. Just my opinion.
Yeah. Let me give me a second because I have my phone in front of me, and if you guys want to follow along on your phone, you know, and so you can see what we're talking about. You have pTGC, and then if you scroll down, it's all pTGC. And then if you got to hit the hamburger menu, right, on the upper right of your phone.
Yeah.
And then you click, then you got to click UFO.
Yeah, but when you come to the first site,
Yep.
it's pTGC in the upper field, and then you
Yep.
have the UFO in the. But how do you know to click?
I know. Yeah, I hear you. I see.
You see some stats on both pTGC and UFO.
I see what you're talking about, man. I totally see what you're talking about. Because you have to know to click on that thing, and then you got to know
a
to.
new one. It's not obvious to click to enter to pTGC.
Yep. Well, I will mention it. I'll mention it to Zen and see if his devs can get that fixed, because that is a very good point. That is a very good point. I'm glad you brought it up. I hope that they can do something about it. Like in my experience, like with my website, I just like asked the AI to optimize it for phones, and it does it. I don't have no control over it. Hopefully his devs have a little control over where things are placed on the handheld device and can make that UFO logo more obvious.
Yeah.
So,
and I think you have to look further, because when I was scrolling on to the calculator and so on, it's a lot better on a computer website, absolutely, but many use phones to do this.
yeah. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, if you go to the statistics, which I haven't even looked at the statistic page on my phone yet, but I'm looking at it now. There's that volume calculator, and then another calculator. There's the burn tracker, pTGC pool. I mean, it looks good. I think
it looks very cool. But if you calculate, example, PLS, if we have a PLS who has 0.5 or something, and then what's it's not obvious to. Is it the PLS address? Do you put in the PLS address to compare with, or do you have any other address?
I see. So you're saying that the like whatever pair you're calculating is not clear.
No.
Yeah.
You have. I think it is the PLS address.
It is.
As.
It's
But
the PLS
is
pair.
it clear that it is PLS address?
No, it's not clear. It is not.
No.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. There's two things. I'll get them over. I'll get them over to Zen. If you guys got any other feedback on the site or anything.
But it's an awesome site. It is awesome site.
Yeah. Yes. It's like I tell my wife I'm working, like I'm one guy with two eyeballs and a brain. So we're depending on some of you guys to point out some of the blind spots that we're discovering. And there's two. Thank you, Thomas Benson.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, man. I'll shut it down. Thanks for jumping up. Really appreciate it. I've never done that before. You're the first person that just jumped in.
It works.
That's cool. That works, doesn't it? Yeah. All right, guys. And Thomas, thanks. We'll see you later. He's gone. That's it. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you later.